Water. It's like a subject that's not internet sexy, but it's kind of the most important subject to go over. Are we actually drinking too much water? Is 8 cups or glasses of water too much? Is that fracking you up? Let's get into it.
Like most people do, our kidneys are dumping water all the time, and our whole hormonal balance associated with the kidney elimination of water versus minerals versus acid is becoming imbalanced. When they learn about
Okay, let me teach you guys, or that sounds condescending. Let me show you guys how to be careful when people speak with such authority, but they don't break things down. Your kidneys are always dumping water. He's using the word dumping. Now, I would only use the word dumping in reference to doing low carb diets because you're not eating carbohydrates, which make your cells hold on to water with minerals. When you drop out your carbohydrates, you start peeing out minerals. So now blood pressure is affected and hydration is affected. What this individual starts going into is that we're drinking too much water. But actually, are we drinking too much water? Maybe we are, and maybe we are not, but we need context.
the water problem and how we have been brainwashed as a society in the last 15 years to drink 8 glasses of water per day to the point that we believe it now, even though 20 years ago nobody even thought about it.
Now, the right thing that he's saying is that when I was a kid, because I'm 57, nobody had water bottles. Nobody. No one was carrying around water bottles. But there's one thing that he is not leaving in this discussion is the processed foods, garbage foods, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and the fact that our soil today, because this isn't the 60s when I was born, is over farmed. So we're not actually getting mineral rich foods like we did when I was a kid, where you were not drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Again, context is everything.
And nobody carried water bottles everywhere with them. Today, everybody in California is carrying those water bottles, feeling that you are in the know. But in reality, you simply drink too much water and creating dilution of your...
Okay, you're drinking too much water and creating a dilution of your minerals by drinking 8 glasses of water. Where's the facts? I'm sorry, facts? No facts? You're just going to make these bold claims because, like, I've been working out for years and years and skateboarding in the gym and then on low carb diets. And when people don't drink enough water, your body goes through some complications. Most people don't drink enough water. Most people don't hit 64 ounces or 8 glasses a day. Most don't. And here's what he's not talking about: the juice, the soda, the Pellegrino, the milk, and the teas, and the coffees, and the alcohol. Yeah, a lot of these drinks will dehydrate you, like your caffeines. And when you're not hydrating the cells properly, people become dehydrated. But he's not mentioning diet, nor the fact that actually most people don't drink enough water in general.
Electrolytes in your blood and damage to your adrenals that depend on those electrolytes. So you end up in...
Okay, so basically what he's saying, we're drinking too much water, which he didn't mention, I'm going to add. It's diluting the minerals in your body as you pee out all the minerals. Well, not all, but a lot. and dehydrate the cells by drinking water. Yes, you can actually drink water and become more dehydrated because you can dilute the sodium in your blood, but he's not even talking about that. He's making bold claims and there's no facts, not even like A, then B, then just bold claims.
Greater stress as a result, it becomes a vicious cycle. Your kidneys have a different set point hormonally, and now you have no choice but to keep drinking more and more water.
Okay, again, he's not contextualizing. Now, people who drink more and more water, it's because you keep diluting the sodium in your blood. When you drink too much water, like a gallon, and you're drinking this water and you're diluting the sodium and then you're dominating in potassium and you feel dehydrated drinking water because now your minerals are offset. So the more you drink, the more dehydrated you become. Now, this isn't everyone, but this is a lot of people. And this guy is not talking about low carb diets. See, because if you don't drink 8 waters on a low carb diet, you're going to destroy your body because we pee more than people who eat carbs. But it doesn't contextualize if you have diabetes, what your mineral intake is, how much water that you're drinking in conjunction with your blood sugar numbers, or what you're actually eating. Like, are you actually cutting out the carbs? Because that can jack yourself up and become actually very dehydrated on low carb diets. Yes, because we're not holding on to water. Carbohydrate makes you hold on to water.
So you have to gradually get off that water addiction.
Water addiction. How much water do you drink, sir? You're going to tell us, right? You're going to have us not drink 8 cups and create no context depending on your blood sugar and your blood pressure and your stress, and because adrenaline can make you lose sodium in the blood and dominate your potassium. It doesn't talk about any of that. Okay.
Slowly lower your water intake to whatever your body tells you it needs.
When you're whatever your body tells you. Like half the people I know who binge, who have eating disorders, who undereat, who overeat, who crave foods that are unhealthy. And all of this has gone by their own listening to their body with impulses. Modern humans have forgotten or never learned how to actually listen to the body in a true sense of the word. They don't listen. They run out the door. They fast. They skip meals. They drink a coffee because they're tired. And when they haven't eaten all day, they binge at night. They eat too much of whatever they're consuming, which creates blood sugar imbalances. But he doesn't talk about blood sugar. I wonder why.
Thirsty. And not to drink ever while you eat. And when you eat, you'll find out you're not so thirsty anymore.
Well, you don't drink while you eat because you're diluting the stomach acid and or you can develop more difficulties digesting your food. But is he mentioning that? Let's see.
Your cells are not getting water from what you drink.
Welcome, everyone. It seems like the electrolytes on low carb diets, and really any diet, is the crazy, super confusing avenue to drive down with people trying to balance their health. I mean, it is the number one problem. I mean, you would have things like unstable or destabilized blood sugar, cravings, not getting into ketosis, weight gain, but the electrolytes are really the center of how you should conduct dropping out your carbs. Most people walk around with big jugs of water and they chug a lug like a gallon at the gym, which I'm not really a fan of, but that's a whole nother subject because nobody talks about really how much water do you drink, how does your body absorb the water, do you include minerals? Well, somebody just sent me a video of this guy saying that we should not be drinking 8 glasses of water, and I want to talk about it. Now that you guys have seen the breakdown of this character, the internet character, because we all are kind of characters, be very, very careful for people who come across and say, this is the way, and that is the way, because you guys believe it. He didn't actually break down any details whatsoever. He just made bold claims about not drinking 8 cups of water because you can dehydrate yourself drinking 8 cups. He didn't say, how many cups of water do you drink? What if it's the middle of summer and you're in South Texas like I was, over 100 degrees with high humidity, sweating your bollocks off? Do you then not drink 8 cups of water? He didn't talk about if you're on carbs or if you're on carnivore or keto or vegan. He didn't talk about any of that stuff. My my focus really on this video is to get you guys to have more critical thinking and question everyone, including myself, and everything that you hear. Just if somebody says eat a bunch of protein, or you need protein if you're older, you need more protein as a woman as you get older, or HRTs are completely safe, or TRT is safe. When you hear these bold claims that carnivore heals and fixes everything without context and different people and putting things into certain situations, run, no, 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 no. Don't listen to these people. Because they speak with authority doesn't mean that they're right. You, as an individual, have to go down the rabbit's hole. Because minerals are a big part of hydration, not just water. Most people who do low-carb diets they have low blood pressure from too little water, even if they're drinking 2 liters, or sometimes even 3, because they're dumping fluid from their kidneys because they're not eating carbohydrates. And then they're not knowing how to balance their sodium, potassium, magnesium, and they're getting stressed and not sleeping, which can literally increase the loss of sodium, which dominates the potassium. Everything's contextual. This guy didn't talk about quality of foods, minerals in food. He didn't talk about the over farming of our soil, which it's hard to get magnesium in your food. How do you actually balance your electrolytes, and how much water do you drink to your lifestyle, to your age, your activity? All of those details matter, especially when you drop out your carbs. So comment below, are you struggling with your electrolytes, balancing sodium with potassium? Because that's a whole nother video. Well, how much sodium do I take? Well, how much potassium do I take in comparison to my sodium? It's a thing. Do I take calcium? I know, it's a thing. Comment below, share this content, because that's how people find me, and that's what YouTube wants, is the sharing of your content. And let me know if any things that you are struggling with when you drop out your carbs, including your electrolytes, because it's a huge thing. And don't take Element or Keto Chow or any of these products where they create a complex or a cocktail, because you can overdo, like with Element is mostly sodium, so you're adding salt, and then you're taking in salt, and then your potassium just drops down to the floor. So comment below. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I do run a course where I cover all 3 diets, including the electrolytes. I pound it into y'all's head, and I write things, and I teach things on this monthly course subscription and in consultations. I've learned that not everyone can just do one diet. So I've created 3. I've learned much about low carb, high fat, keto, and carnivore. All things like projects like 30-day challenge and finishing of my book must be put on hold, because I'm trying to get a house done and to get out of this plastic camper. And that's a whole nother subject about estrogens and why just doing a diet isn't going to make you lose the weight that you want or fix the thyroid. Comment below, and I'm out. Energy-ish.